KEENTATTED made this one.
It may sound crazy, but I wanna.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy KEENTATTED, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna show y'all how I normally record and how I normally make my songs. Okay, first things first. What you want to do is you want to find your sample, right? So what I normally use Looperman. It's a website where you have free samples that you can get and that you can utilize for your own, your own content, your own production, you know what I'm saying? So here's the website. Bam. So here is Looperman. This is the website that I normally use, right? So as you can see, you can use you can use acapellas, vocals, raps, singing, and spoken word. Like, they have all of that for you. But the tab that I normally use is I'll go to loops and samples. Boom. All right. And then normally, so I make hip hop, right? So I'll go to the hip hop tab, right? What I normally use. I'll go here and say we want to make a song that's like an instrumental that's like what? We could say like 145 beats per minute. I normally just put it in both, just so it'll like only give me songs between 145 beats per minute, and that's what I do. Normally, if you were to put it in one, it would give you 145 beats per minute and up, and it's not necessarily what I want, right? So we'll click on find loops. After we do that, right? Boom, you got loops, right? So it's correlated with that. Drake, what's this? You can cook something up with this, you know what I'm saying? You can definitely cook something up with this. This is gonna be doing that. Alright, let's try. Alright, so normally what you would do if you hear a loop that you like, you would click download right here. It'll say go to download page for this loop. So you're gonna click download twice. So it's gonna take you to this page for this specific loop, right? And you're gonna just click download and it should populate down here. Bam. Now with that, right, like I normally have FL open, right? I normally have it open. I have a couple of monitors. So what I would do is I'll put this browser, right? I'll put it on one of my other monitors, take the loop after you downloaded it, and then just drag and drop. And boom, you got it in here. Now, this beat remember it was 145 beats per minute, right? Or this loop was 145 beats per minute. So what we're gonna do here is you can scroll this up. This is gonna be your beats per minute tab, right? So they have preset beats per minute, you know what I'm saying? You can create automation clips, do all these different types of things. You can even type in the amount that you want. So we can just do this, right? 145. Bam. And then now you can see that the loop is going to be set to however many bars it takes for the loop to, loop. All right, bam. So now that we have the actual loop in FL Studio, right? What I normally like to do is I'll instantly just like change this piece right here from pattern to song, right? And then open up the channel rack. Here's the channel rack right here. The channel rack is like a pretty good like way to freaking, like make beats, do your drums and stuff, add sounds, change the pitches of sounds and stuff like that. You'll see what I mean by it in a moment. Alright, y'all. So first things first is the kick. That's the first thing that I like to work with. Y'all can work with whatever y'all want to work with. Whenever y'all make y'all's beats, is user's preference. But what I like to do is I like to make sure that my beats are on time. So I'll just click these off, or I'll hold control and click the left mouse button, and I'll click on the sample, and I'll play. See what I mean? Alright, so the next thing is, for me, I always like to work on my 808s right after my kicks. So I'm turn these bad boys on. This is what I have right now for the 808s. So you know what I'm saying? Like, you can make 808s simple. You can make them so simple. You can make them complex. Like, it just depends on what you want to do. But yeah, so like what I normally do is I'll tune my 808s. So I'll turn down, I'll double click on the 808s on the channel rack, right? It'll bring you to this page. A lot of people like to go under the pre-computed effects and then like just slide the booster up. It'll sound like this. And like it just boosts the sound, if that makes sense. This is your little equalizer, you know what I'm saying? EQ. But normally what I like to do is I'll come here and adjust the envelope. So I like to turn the delay down, the attack time, I'll turn that down, the hold time up, decay and sustain level up, and then turn the release time down. Just so I'll be able to like control like how long the 808 like, you know, plays out for. So for example, like if it's shortened, you know what I'm saying? Obviously there's a quick way to do this, but I don't really know. But if it's shortened, it'll sound like this. You know what I'm saying? But if it's like elongated, pause. If it's elongated, you know what I'm saying? It gives it like a more full, clean. Alright, so for the hi-hats, right? Basically, like what I do is I'll just right click on hi-hats and then fill each 2 steps and then go based off of that, because it'll just sound like this, right? These are what hi-hats sound like. So like it's just gonna be a ticket mark, right? But basically what you need to like make sure of is that, you know, you have everything lined up in the right place. I like to do different things. Like you can, let's see. There's this paintbrush right here, right? If you click on that and then you click on here on one of the notes, you can simply just click and drag, right? And it'll give it a more like, you know, when people, you know what I'm saying? When people add those, when like people like the producers, they'll change certain stuff about the hi-hats. Like they'll make it their own little like sound. I like to do 3 steps, right? And a lot of people do this too, but you know what I'm saying? You can do triplets. Where is it? Did you hear that? So here, I'll go to it. So the triplets are right here. It has like, it basically like slows the beat down, or the hi-hats down. You see what I'm saying? Changes it to 1/3 of a step. For me, what I like to use is the rim. A rim, basically, this is what a rim sounds like. Like it gives, like it's plenty of different types of rims, but I chose to use this one. It gives out like alternate sounds within the beat of itself, if that makes sense. So if we click all these on the kick, 808 and hi-hats, this is what it sounds like. rim is just gonna like add a little extra, like, you know, bounciness to it. So when you add the snare in, the snare goes crazy. That's what like keeps the beat going, if that makes sense. So like the snare, I have it on these little, you know, buttons right here. Very, very simple. Very, very simple. You know what I'm saying? All right, boom. So I like to use like risers and transitions whenever I make my beats. So I'll normally like you can use whatever you want, but I normally use these. Use this. You know what I'm saying? I've used this on some of my beats. I've used different types of risers or transitions. You know what I'm saying? It's just basically a build up into the actual beat itself from the sample. Alright, boom. So the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go into like arrangement of the actual like track, the actual playlist that you're looking at, this section of the playlist. So what I like to do is I like to go to my patterns picker, right? Pick on patterns. And then you right click on pattern 1. You go down and then you split by channel, right? That basically what I just did was, here, let me delete these. Basically what I did was I allowed each separate drum or sound that I have to, you know, like be separate. And now you can see like the patterns that I've built up, instead of it just being all jumbled together, you know what I mean? So, boom. Alright, boom. So, what I like to do for rearrangement is I like to take the 808s out, right, and the hi-hats out. Like you can, it's so many different ways to like rearrange all of your stuff, but for this beat in particular, that's what we're gonna do. So, this is what it's gonna sound like. See what I mean? But yeah, man, if y'all want me to finish this beat and y'all want to buy it, just let me know. Just hit my DMs on Instagram at KEENTATTED. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up on Twitter. Like, just, you know what I'm saying? All that's going to be linked down in the bio. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'll see y'all later.
KEENTATTED made this one.